So let's move on to our next barrier, diversity in the energy efficiency workforce. I'm excited to welcome Dr. Robin Jarrett, Professor Emerita of Family Studies in the Department of Human Development and Family Studies, and Emerita faculty member in the Department of African American Studies at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. You can learn more about Robin in the biographies document shared in the chat. She will share our research findings on this subject. So welcome, Dr. Jarrett.
Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad to have you here, and I'm glad to be here. So today, my talk will focus on diversity in the energy efficiency workforce, and we'll get this going. There we are. And I'll begin by talking about the faces of diversity, just who are the underrepresented. I'll talk about the community context of diversity, but most of my remarks will describe the social and personal challenges facing underrepresented groups and how we can address those challenges. So which groups are underrepresented in the energy efficiency workforce? Relative to men, we're less likely to see women in the energy efficiency workforce. We see more older people in the energy efficiency workforce, but many will be transitioning out through retirement. Therefore, we'll be looking more to younger people to enter the energy efficiency workforce. Not surprisingly, individuals with disabilities and formerly incarcerated returning citizens are poorly represented in the energy efficiency workforce. Low-income individuals are not well represented, yet these are the people sorely in need of work to improve their life chances. With respect to race and ethnicity, African Americans comprise a very small portion of the overall energy efficiency workforce, whereas Latinos tend to be concentrated in lower wage sectors as opposed to professional and managerial positions. Rural and urban locations may pose particular challenges to diversifying the energy efficiency workforce. Some of you describe rural areas as forgotten places without the infrastructure to sustain energy efficiency services. Urban areas may have long histories of job loss, declines in supportive social and educational institutions that make it difficult to develop a skilled energy efficiency workforce that, I quote, is shovel ready. So what are the individual and social barriers that make it difficult for underrepresented groups to fully engage in the energy efficiency workforce? Childcare was very much an issue raised by women. Issues included finding good quality care, affordable care, and finding childcare when they worked late shifts. Underrepresented groups often bring to the workplace biographies characterized by trauma and poverty. When there's trauma, there's a lot of energy that goes into daily coping that makes it difficult to concentrate on work. Growing up in generational poverty makes it difficult to believe that stable work is possible and that hard work pays. Many underrepresented group members have health issues, asthma, diabetes, obesity, as well as substance usage issues that make it difficult to maintain employment. Health challenges may mean time away from work for doctor's visits or feeling unwell. In some instances, energy efficiency jobs were viewed as dirty work or devalued manual labor. And younger workers may be particularly aware of cultural biases that give higher status to white-collar work. We heard that potential job seekers from underrepresented groups perceived energy efficiency jobs as low-wage work. So for example, weatherization jobs were cited as examples of jobs that didn't pay a living wage. Believing this about the overall industry led some job seekers to rule out energy efficiency jobs as an attractive work option. Some schools have lost their role in the energy efficiency employment pipeline. The decline of shop classes has meant fewer young people are aware of energy efficiency jobs or have early training that prepares them for energy efficiency jobs. Also, schools may emphasize college-based careers over careers in the energy efficiency field. Stereotypes abounded that could have a negative impact on job prospects for underrepresented groups. For example, there was a view that women would not like energy efficiency jobs because they were less physically fit. Minority group members had a poor work ethic, and returning citizens were characterized as dangerous felons. We sometimes forget that even when training is free or very low cost, members of underrepresented groups are still unable to take advantage of them. Low income and minority individuals are often working multiple low-wage jobs and can't afford to take time away for a training program. Virtually everyone we talk to identified transportation as a barrier to workforce engagement. Transportation challenges took the form of a lack of a car, no money for insurance, lack of money for public transportation, or public transportation schedules that were at odds with job schedules. So in spite of these very real challenges, social support emerged as a very important strategy to engage underrepresented groups in the energy efficiency workforce. And there were some key elements of social support. Support should be long-term and ongoing. Continue to support individuals even when they've completed various programs. Support should address personal and health issues. This support should also take into account group-specific needs for people with disabilities or women or returning citizens. At the core of social support were the mentors. Mentors' lives were often testimonies that gave hope, reassured people that social mobility was possible. Mentors tended to be multifaceted. Sometimes they were the bad cops who checked up to make sure you were going to training classes, but they were also caring people who expressed their concern for the young people they supported, and comes out so beautifully in that quote of being a mother with 2 little boys. So to conclude, I hope my remarks provide a sense of the real people that we talk about as underrepresented, and by understanding their lives, we can continue to refine our efforts to diversify the energy efficiency workforce.